What it is, guys, it's your Dino. We're back at it again with another review, so let's just get straight into it. This one's for another classic. This is Final Fantasy II, the Pixel Remaster. Now, this game originally came out way back in 1988 of December 17th, and it was originally directed by Hironobu Sakaguchi and produced by Masafumi Miyamoto. The designers were Hiromichi Tanaka, Akitoshi Kawazu, Koichi Ishii, and they made a beautiful game. They had artist Yoshitaka Amano work on it, and the composer was Nobu Uematsu. Now, this is the Pixel Remaster, which sadly has been receiving very bad Metacritic scores because the game has been rating bombed. As always, guys, greatly appreciate checking out the channel. Ring the bell for all notifications and hit that subscribe button to support the channel. Greatly appreciated. Anyway, so it is the second game in the series that introduced a new world, new characters, and something that would become a trademark for the series' innovation. The story focuses on the conflict between the hostile Empire of Palmecia and the rebel resistance. A small group of heroes is all that stands between the world and ruin. Final Fantasy II demonstrates the developers' willingness to push their boundaries and try new things. For example, rather than sticking to the predictable game features, a proficiency system in which characters' skill with weapons and abilities increase the more they use them. Fun fact about the game is that the Final Fantasy game that was introduced, this is the one that introduced Chocobos to the world. That's pretty cool. This is the one that they introduced us to Chocobos, which is really cool. So this is a very good game, in my opinion. I know it's gotten review bombed by Metacritics, and overall scores across sites like RPG Fan don't rate it very well. They give it a 72, 76 on Metacritic. The user score has been user bombed to a 3.8, and most of the reasons that people are review bombing these Pixel remasters is because, my opinion is, they aren't really aware of the way that the industry has to evolve. And in my opinion, the way the industry has to evolve is to make everything accessible to everyone. This game, when it first came out, like the predecessors, Final Fantasy 1, 3, and as we go through to about 6, they were a hell of a lot harder for players to get into and to stay invested in, because they were not kind. Whereas the Pixel remasters, they've introduced a system called Quick Save, which you can use at any time to make sure that if you do die, it enables you to go back and not lose all the progress you've had throughout the game. And it is a great introduction for casual gamers and gamers who've never played this style of game before. It allows them to experience the game in a less stressed environment and actually stay involved and connected with it. And I know that the purists out there who played it back when it came out in the 80s will be like, they made it too easy because they added quick save. But you have to understand that the accessibility of the industry and the gaming market is constantly evolving, so they have to create adaptations for both the hardcore players and the casual players, and this is an example of that. Quick save is key to allowing casual gamers to get involved, to get invested, and to play these games that they never would have played before, or if they would have picked them up, they would have sold them back very quickly or traded them in, gotten rid of them, or never touched them after their first death and lost all that progress. So this is a key way of game developers like Square Enix revitalizing old IPs that deserve a remaster, deserve that love, and bringing it forward so that newer generations of gamers can experience these classics, these amazing games, the games that we grew up with. And then it allows us as gaming parents to transfer our love of these games to our next generation of gamer, be it your sons, your daughters, or whatever. And at the end of the day, this is a key thing that a lot of gamers are missing out on. They're thinking only of what they remember, what they loved, instead of thinking this is a cool way for new gamers to get involved and fall in love with an amazing franchise. And if they, with the addition of quick save, it gives them this really cool way of getting new people invested into an amazing franchise. And that is why I think that this is a must-play game for anyone of any skill level, be you an old school gamer, be you a new school gamer. If you haven't tried the franchise out, or if you've been experienced this franchise for years, like myself, this is a game that I've been able to share with people and get them involved, and they have now become fans of the franchise because they've experienced something that is amazing and awesome, and it has a passion behind it, both from the fan base and from the developers. These games have been going for decades now. We're in 2020 and they've been making these games since the 80s. So there's like a lot of years and a lot of talent that have dedicated decades of their life to this franchise. And it speaks volumes that they are still going to this day, making games like Final Fantasy 16, the new Strangers of Origin, which is an adaptation to the style of the genre, where it's more Dark Souls action RPG. And you've got the remakes of Final Fantasy 7 and stuff like that. And you've got these coming back out to revitalize the love of the old ATB systems and share that passion with people. And I feel that the clown shoes, and I use that term in a polite way of being aware of the fact that some people can engage their fingers or their mouths before they engage their brains, and not realize that the way that they've created these games is to allow accessibility to other gamers who have never experienced this style of gameplay or this type of game before. It is an amazing thing. It is awesome, and people need to be aware that it's not them trying to make it easy for us, the old school gamers. They're trying to make it accessible for new gamers. And that is why I say that the new Pixel remasters, adding in things like quick save, is amazing, and this game deserves to be scored higher than a 76 on Metacritic, and better than the review bombs it's been getting. So if you do pick this game up, go over to Metacritic, go over to any review sites where you can put a fan-based review up and give it a good review, because this is a classic. It's a gem. It is an amazing game, and I can tell you right now, it is a game that you will enjoy if you just give it a chance. As always, just want to say, I do also stream on Twitch. Links in the description as always. I stream over there Wednesday through to Sunday, and I also stream here on YouTube on Tuesdays. I play community games 3 times a week. We do single player games and all sorts of other stuff as well. So if you want to check us out, the links will be in the description below, both for the YouTube stuff and where you can find the Twitch stuff, because we do also upload this to other sites as well that aren't just YouTube. And this is really cool, and this is a way of sharing our passions, where we create archives of this really cool stuff, where we can share it with people, share these passions with people, and let them know about all these awesome games that we love. And this is why we need to keep these things doing well, because if these games do well, then it means that we will see developers revitalize old IPs, like one of my fan favorites, Shining Force 1, 2, and 3 from the Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn. I love those games. They are amazing, and I'd love to see them get either a Pixel remaster or remade for newer gens, and I think that they would do amazingly well, and they'd bring a whole new industry of gaming generations into the universe, and it would be amazing and awesome. And I feel that people would love it and cherish it just as much as I do, because it's a game chock full of lore and great gameplay. Games like Vandal Hearts and Dakoden, these are games that you deserve. They also have this cool graphic display feature where you can go to classic mode and keep it in the new style, or the old line style from the old CRTs. I just wanted to show that off as well. It's a really cool system. It's a really cool game, and I feel that a lot of people are review bombing this game based on the fact that they don't like the fact that this game, although it is a remaster of a game from the 80s, deserves the love that it got back in the 80s as well, because they're trying to bring a new generation of gamer into the fold and get them invested in amazing games like this. So if you do know someone who hasn't played this game, share this video with them. It really does help. And if you do like the content, guys, make sure you give it a like and share it on social medias. It really does help. It really does help us grow the channel. We are trying to hit 1k subs on YouTube, and it just means the world to me that you guys check out the video and share it with other people. I have played Final Fantasy for a very long time. I have played all of them, all of them, including the MMOs, and you can't beat the classics. They are what saved Square Enix when they were in financial straits. They are an amazing franchise that has stood the test of time. So if you haven't played this, pick it up. If you have played it, get another new person to play the game and show them the accessibility of that quick save feature so that we can get new gamers involved in the franchise. It is a key feature for casual gamers and gamers who have never played the game before. As always, guys, I greatly appreciate all the love and support that you share for my content and my channels and the things I do. As always, guys, remember, stay happy, stay healthy, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.